Take this back a noise. All right, we're live, everyone. We're live. All right, everyone, welcome back to our 42nd, I think it's 42nd MapperCast podcast. Here again with the MapperCast crew, Chris and Lee's, even though we counted dead people, and Mysterious are not here. So, as usual, the list of topics will be in the description below, and our links to our channels will be in the description below as always. And we welcome Japanese Mapping. You guys probably know him. He's a pretty big mapper. And yeah, he is here as our guest today on MapperCast. Welcome. And his link to his channel will also be in the description below. But regardless, let's get down to the topics. You can read the topics in the description below, as I said before. Our first topic is to wish Mysterious Mapping a happy birthday. Yes, let's wish someone a happy birthday when he's not here. And then we'll be discussing the pros and cons of Sapphire Mapping's production of the Future of the World series. His channel link is also in the description below. And in the fan request, we'll be discussing the recent terror attacks in Spain and why it was able to happen. Well, I'll get to that later. And then we'll be pulling a wildcard topic out of a hat. And then we'll be discussing about Adobe, quote, quote, killing Flash. I will link an article when we get to that topic. And then we'll be discussing recent uptick in violent rallies in the United States. And then for the love of the fun, I think if you guys have followed my Twitter, you guys probably know about the spider and the mosquitoes always story. I'll get to that soon. And then we'll be having a discussion with Japanese mapping, like asking Japanese mapping questions and all. We discuss a lot of things. And then the free fall, and basically the Q&A, and then the quiz games, just like the map winner and fan winner, and then we say goodbye. With all that ado, you guys probably know I am Void Viper.
Hey everybody, Cosmic here. Let's have a great podcast.
Everybody, 99 Battering here, and I'm in this podcast, the Japanese Mapper and Cosmic and the whole gang. Yes.
Hey everybody, it's Mindria here.
Hello there, I'm the Word of Mapping, and if I sound weird, it's due to me that I got braces put in my mouth last Thursday. So yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to speak, as you could just hear.
All right.
So yeah, let's have a great podcast.
Japanese mapping? You like to introduce?
Hey guys, this is Japanese. I'm a guest.
Welcome aboard. All right, and let's move to the first topic, which let's wish Mysterious Mapping a happy birthday when he's not even here, because that's how we create a great show. But regardless, happy birthday to Mysterious Mapping.
Happy birthday, Bob. Happy 18th. Birthday. Ladies, he's single. All the middle-aged mothers out there, he's open now. Perfectly legal. We can go for it.
Conflict, really, man. Really.
He's milk material, dude.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm making that joke.
This is weird when we don't have him here.
Hey, episode 42.
I can't remember who we did it with.
All right. So yeah, happy birthday to Mysterious Mapping. Wish you the best. I'm sad that you're not here, but at least we wish you a happy birthday. No, maybe we should move on.
Rest in pieces.
It's not much to say.
Yeah.
Happy. We could sing a happy birthday song.
No. How can we sing a happy birthday when he's not here? That's ridiculous, man.
What?
Maybe here we'll do it.
Maybe he's celebrating right now.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's just move on. All right, a real topic. Like we're gonna be discussing the pros and cons of Sapphire Mapping's production of the Ultimate Future of the World series. Wait, Ultimate Future of the World? He sent me a Europe link. Well, I'm gonna talk about the Europe one because I watched the Europe. So one thing the one thing I don't like about the video starting off with like, you know how like I'm not a big fan of long intros. You start off with talking about, hey guys, I'm sorry I'm discontinuing this series. We enjoy this series instead. Like, I don't think that's a good way to start off a video. You can probably put it at the end of the video, but to start off that, I think that people are gonna click away. I mean, I probably done it in the past too, which is really bad, but that's just the first criticism there. Not really mapping related. My next one is like, I noticed you changed from a light theme to a dark theme. Like, yeah, I guess you can do that, but what I do like about the video is zoom-ins and the detailed wars. Like, Like,
Yeah.
if you create another box in the middle and you show the which sides are which, and it's basically a zoom in with more detailed. And I like that concept. I've done it myself as well. I don't know what else to say. The only thing I do want to criticize about is like the ending, like what everybody returned. So it's just a giant square, just one square, and then I think the red conquered the blue, or it's the other way around. Remember? And you show a bunch of country balls, which I don't understand, but I guess that's a way to create a villain. But I feel like the villain just kind of came out of nowhere. But I guess since I don't know the story, I can't really say much about it because I've probably done it myself as well.
Okay, I'll say some stuff about the World Series. I'll start with some smaller stuff. I liked your intro. Your first intro was nice. It was short. It was kind of relaxing, a little chill. It was like, oh, it was nice. It had a nice song going on. I think that was like some rendition of the Gravity Falls theme. I think I might be wrong, but it was a nice little intro. I liked it. A few like technical things I didn't like. I didn't like how at the beginning with the alliances were shown not with colors but with their countries were the flag. It was like a flag map, which kind of messed with my head a little bit. This might just be a personal thing, but when I see flag maps, I think of it because whenever someone is doing a flag map, it's usually in an educational video or just a more informational video that focuses around like the logistics of war scenarios rather than a storyline with characters and stuff. So I didn't like the flag map for the alliances. The legend, the grid, the info box, whatever you want to call it, I thought it was way too disjointed. It kind of like juts upwards in 3 different areas, and I know why you did that because that's a part of the map where there's actually room to put that because of the oceans and stuff. Still, I think, maybe either make it smaller or rework some stuff or make it transparent if you don't want to cover up continents. But I thought the way it just sort of jut out in 3 different directions was really off-putting. So I would, I'd fix that. I'll let someone else talk.
So are you finished?
Just for now.
Okay, then I continue. So yeah, I agree with most stuff that Cosmic Mapping has said. First of all, the visuals were good in my opinion, all that. For where I have to criticize that, I believe it was in the second episode, where the style of the map changed 3 times. And first of all, I think that changes in mapping style should happen in between the episodes.
Yes.
But yeah, well, if it once, then okay, I can kind of understand that. But 3 times is really a bit. It just makes me think that you're a little bit uncertain about how you think your map style should be. Yeah. The text slides were sometimes too long, and the war slides also were very slow. So I would recommend you to speed them up a bit. And yeah, and now, which was a big issue for me, first of all, in the second episode, the video itself was like 9 minutes long or something like that. And the mapping video itself was only 4 minutes 50 long. And it was followed by a 2-minute end note and 2-minute credits. And after that, even there was also a 20-second black screen. And also in the credits there was some stuff that was either unnecessary, like video views, video likes, and etc. Or some stuff like the music can also belong in the description, because I think the credits are a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say about the story, some things were a bit confusing me. Like with the when the UK said that the modern era ended and the era of fusion started, I didn't really notice much that a new era had happened, because like when I think that a new era starts, then I think that there's gonna be a lot of change, but really it was just like the UK said it, and after that you didn't elaborate on it anymore. And therefore, in the second episode, you also elaborated on new things, which I think is just racist.
I want to talk about the credits a bit. You said the credits are too long. What I think is, I don't think a lot of people pay attention to the credits. So what I
He was advertising something.
oh, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's why.
And also, like, he had
Oh
three
shit!
categories: video views, video likes, and video comments, I believe. And there he just wrote you, and I think that's just unnecessary.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the credits. Like the ending is a bit too long for the credits. I think in terms like people don't really look at the credits unless they have a reason to. So what I think is like if you're gonna put credits, you might as well make it very short. But just like because if people want to look at the credits, they'll pause the video and just stare at it. So there's no reason to have it run unless there's something else going on with the credits.
And another thing about the credits, I think to have such long credits for such a short video is really an inappropriate use of credits, which I think credits,
is the right word.
Fortunately, like literally half the video was credits, which is kind of false advertising too, because I was like, oh, 8 minutes is a good length for a video, and no, like half of it was credits. And I gotta say, it's a bit of lost potential too, because I mean, credits is something no one really pays attention to, but I actually think if you use credits in a certain way, they can be really good for building suspense. I mean, how many times like this is always done in good TV shows and movies where a movie ends or a TV show ends on some crazy note, then immediately goes black and the credits start and that the theme starts playing. And that's a good way of releasing excitement that has been built up through the episode. There's a cliffhanger at the end of something. You see the credits start, it kind of releases the energy. You go like, oh shit, what's going to happen? So I think it's a bit wasted potential to just do what you did with that. One thing was a little weird. It kind of seemed like a strange forced in Steven Universe reference. It was weird. And I don't get why all the alliances would need to disband. If there was fusions, I mean, wouldn't it make more sense for fusions to work with each other and be stronger? I mean, if all the alliances kind of implies that all of them were just going to fuse, which obviously that doesn't happen. And also, if you're going off the logic that nations like Britain are already fusions, then pretty much any union on Earth would already know about it. And a few of the states in America were formerly independent countries, like Vermont and California and Texas, and America was surprised, like, oh, what's a fusion? So by the logic going on in the show, then America should be a fusion. They should know about it. Other places like Germany, Italy, India, I believe. So I wasn't too into the logic behind that. I can say one thing I do want to commend was the Russia smoke color thing. I thought that was interesting. That was the first time in the show that I was like, ooh, what's going on here? I thought that was interesting. And but with that being said, it also just sort of ended quickly. And that's something I see happen a lot in mapping shows is they'll establish what could be a really interesting plot line or mystery to follow throughout the show, and then the next episode just kind of hits a brick wall and ends. So, I mean, if you had continued that later into the show and done something more interesting there, I think that had a lot of potential. But to just sort of end it like that,
You know what reminds me of Russia in that series?
What?
Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear.
All right, Japanese. You know there's a
Get it, Smokey.
Funny.
Funny.
group chat
Banner and shut up.
at the Hangout.
No, you shut up, okay? It's a really good joke.
I can't hear Viber.
Japanese. There's a group chat at the right side of the Hangouts. I think that's something you can take a look at.
Dab on them haters.
No. The group chat for the Hangouts, not the live chat. No one else anything to
What
say?
about it?
Japanese, did you watch the series?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I think we should give you a chance to talk too, not just all.
Okay, so I'll start with the positive stuff first. So I like the country balls placing. Like, they're placed really well on the map. And, well, I think the wars are a bit too slow. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the wars are a bit too slow, and like I saw this animation where Russia was chasing this guy. Like, and I'm just saying that there's no city between Russia and Kazakhstan. Like, it's just a plateau or something. So that part wasn't that accurate.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That was a little weird.
Their mic is kind of cutting off.
Anything else to add?
Yeah, I think we're good here.
Okay, let's move on. The next topic, let me just see that. Oh yes, the next topic is to discuss the recent terror attack in Spain and why it was able to happen. I saw a headline today, like this morning when I woke up. It was saying that there's a bomb factory near the incident. They think that might have been the reason why it happened. If I can find the headline, I don't know where I got that from. I just found the headline. I didn't read the article, but I'm just referring to what the headline says.
The few things that I know about this is that one of the terrorists was from the Spanish exclave in Northern Africa. For he was a Spanish citizen. But to be honest, I'm a little bit sick of just having to explain all these terrorist attacks because they are like beaten to death at this point.
It's every fucking show we have to talk about.
The only thing that pretty much you can do is pray for the families that like have lost a member of theirs in the terrorist attack, and yeah, pretty much just leave them be.
Yeah, I mean the worst thing about the whole situation, besides the innocent lives lost, is how numb society is getting to it. I mean, even just a year ago.
The first thing that was shortly after this happened, on Twitter, I already got bombarded by right and left-wing populists trying to use this as their propaganda. And
yeah, like every time a terrorist attack happens, you see these people going like, not all Muslims are terrorists. I mean, that is true, but it's not like every Muslim's good.
With left-wing populists, I mean people who say like we need communism to stop this and all that stuff.
Are we, wait, which topic are we on right? Oh, wait, never mind.
The fan request one.
All right. I thought we were discussing number 8, but whatever. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
What? Okay. No, whatever.
Just keep going. Come on.
Keep going.
Read what happened, but any terrorist attack that happens where people die is just sad. But then there's some people bring up the argument where it's like, oh, that's sad. Well, there's people in Syria dying every day. Is that I don't care. I don't want to get into that, but there are people that are making that argument.
We got to do better. We got to invest in intelligence services. Just do something, because this stuff has to stop. It just keeps happening and happening. I mean, even 3 years ago, just like a year ago, this thing would have been the biggest deal in the world, and the whole planet would have come together to fight this stuff. But just like the last year and a half, all this it's been happening so much. We're so numb to it. I mean, if the Paris attacks happened this week, maybe it would get like a day trending on Twitter and like a good 10 hours of news coverage, and then we'd move on to the next mass shooting or the next horrible hate rally or whatever it happens to be next. It's crazy. It's scary times we're living in, and we gotta do what we can do.
It's because
but if you look at times like the 70s or the 80s, in Germany we had the Red Army faction, a radical communist group which just bombed like every other month or so. Britain had prior to joining the EU in the 70s, had major problems with Irish nationalists committing terrorist attacks.
Yeah, it's funny how.
Honest, like, I consider the period between like the 70s and 80s and those now as an like where there was less terrorism than usual. But to be honest, terrorism comes and goes, depending on the situation, the global situation, all that.
It's weird how like back then terrorist attacks are hardly in the news at that much. Like maybe a couple of years it'll be all over the world, global news. But
yeah, but probably not to scare the people.
Yeah, but today it's just like reports every couple weeks or every week, or every day.
But only the European attacks. I've looked a bit through it, and there are a shit ton of terrorist attacks which were committed, like in the Middle East and Africa.
Oh yeah, every day there's some horrifying thing that doesn't get nearly as much. Like I hear it brought up, maybe like I'll hear it brought up like a few days after
the
it happens.
Sahel region has major problems with ISIS sister groups.
Yeah, they're kind of responsible. They just think that they weren't really responsible. They're just saying that.
But one thing that which I read in newspapers was weird that since a long time the Spanish prime minister or president, I don't know which they have, and the Catalonian regional president stood along each other, and this didn't happen for a long time. Which we know the situation between the Castilian Spanish and the Catalonians is a bit, let's just say, electrified or something like that.
I don't know. I just feel like the world hasn't found a solution to this, right? It's just going to keep happening until someone finds a solution. And I'm going to say that because we always probably talk about world problems, but we don't know how to solve it. I think this is a problem with
a lot.
We always bring up problems, but we never bring up the solutions. Like, okay, I'm going to quote Bill words. The ocean is full of plastic. Let's save the planet, says everyone, not knowing how.
Yeah, well, there are solutions. The problem is they aren't really executable most of the times.
For things like environmental issues like that, it's easy to sort of point out solutions. Be like, okay, this is the economic thing that we need to do. This is the impact it will have, and this is the outcome. This is why we need to do it. Yada yada. But with more existential threats like this, like hatred and both sides of every political spectrum all around the world, it gets difficult to place solutions. I mean, you can say we all need to love each other as much as you want, and as true as that is, unfortunately, we're just never going to get to that point. So it becomes really difficult to offer solutions in situations like this.
The only thing that we can do are compromises and nothing beyond that.
Exactly. We got to do the best we can, which unfortunately in many situations isn't much.
I think that's why it sparks so much debates, because people can't, because we don't know what to do. So this debates think which one's best. I mean, what's that? Was that Trump building a wall for Mexico or something? Like anybody can come up with anything.
What are you doing?
I'd rather start a debate in the chat than just have them say dab over and over again. So.
Yeah, that's true. But I think this topic is a little bit long. I
Yeah,
don't really
way too long actually.
That's because I don't want to spark like big
Should we move on?
gets me in trouble.
Yeah, let's move on.
But it's just really sad that it happens and lives lost.
Yep.
Man. These terror attacks need to stop. But
I didn't make the quiz.
but just because I say it has to stop doesn't mean it will stop. So there has to be some way to stop it, but we just don't know how we can stop it. I mean, people can say, "Oh, this is how you stop it," but then there's always going to be someone who disagrees. We can't make up our mind. I'm getting too long in this topic. What's the next topic? The wire card, right?
Oh, here we go.
I'm not turning my face on for this one.
Why?
I'm not doing it today.
Do it for the views.
Do it for the views.
Do it for the views.
Come on.
Otherwise, we're breaking a tradition.
I've done it without the video before. I'm not.
Come on, no.
This isn't unprecedented.
A lot of people showed up last night.
Okay, God. I hate it. Like I only have a point here.
Just show them the camera of you pick up the hat and
everybody, look, there's me. Yay, the worst part of the show. Oh, God.
Hey, you look
handsome.
You look
Handsome
fine.
little woman.
The hat, it's showing some wear and tear, guys. It's falling apart.
Do it.
It's an old hat. I gotta get glue. We gotta put it back together. Okay, let's mix it up and see what we get. Let's see what we get. Okay, what we got? Shit. All right, we got Mao or Stalin. There we go.
What the hell?
Mao Zedong.
They're both pretty bad people, right?
Mao or Stalin. I guess, like, who would you rather live under, or who do you like
That's
better?
pretty.
I don't know, because
Yeah.
my family they have told me experience of them living in Mao. Okay, I don't know if the media talks about this, but basically before you eat, you have to dance praising Mao's Mao before you can eat. If you don't, you'll be questioned why you don't, and you'll probably be punished somehow. I don't know how you're gonna get. I don't remember how you get punished. So, yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, no, that's my parents when they were living under Mao. They're like, we have to dance before we can eat. If we don't dance, like praising Mao, you get punished.
Which country has the higher standard of living? Soviet Union or China?
I believe the Soviet Union had.
Yeah,
Now
I think so.
It has the higher standard of living.
I wouldn't really like to live under Stalin because I knew there was the Volga Republic where basically a German minority lived, and he basically deported them all to Siberia.
All right, I think I'd rather live under Stalin because I'd rather be oppressed and cool than oppressed and fucking burning. Because fucking China's hot as hell. Fuck that.
Also, by the way, I have
Northern China isn't hot.
I have quotes
It's
from
hot.
Mao Zedong as a small book here right next to me. Don't question me why I have this.
And
By
nothing
the way,
about
I'm a communist.
No, I can say. Another thing about the Soviet Union. My mom, my parents, I'm gonna say, went on vacation to the Soviet Union. They're trained from China to just Moscow. So she got declared a currency. I think I've talked about this before. And then when that happened, and the Soviet guys with those snow hats with a star on it comes in, they're like, "Why didn't you declare?" And they're teaching all the stuff until they couldn't find anything, and then left. So it was pretty scary, yeah, according to my parents' perspective.
What do you mean, Ushanka? Snow hats?
I'm not sure which is better, Mao Zedong or Stalin, to be honest. I think if I was to choose, I think I'll pick Mao because simply I'm Chinese and probably communicate with others there. If I pick Soviet Union, I probably can't communicate with anybody there.
What was Mao's policy towards minorities?
Mao?
Fuck, West Virginia.
I don't know, maybe the East Turkestan, Taipei.
Yeah, but because you are Cantonese, and that's technically a minority.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, Cantonese at that time were the superior ones over the
I want to live in China.
It's over the Cantonese. Before Cantonese were like the richest.
No, I don't want to. I would prefer to live in communist China so I can move south into Hong Kong.
Until 2047.
You know that the borders were closed.
I know. Either that, I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is like, oh man, you know what was considered like very good, like rice, like just rice with soy sauce is already considered delicious back in the day. It's like nothing, no vegetables, just rice. And I think the soy sauce you put it on a rock and you mix it on the rice and you eat it.
Then again, maybe Soviet Union is not that bad because, well, actually, as China, I mean, I actually they both are pretty bad, so I can't really.
I mean, some people say
under Stalin it depended on which ethnicity you were. If you were Ukrainian, Ruthenian, or anything like that, you were fucked.
I mean, for some part, the bad. Okay, what if you're like, yeah, whatever. I think I'm gonna die in Soviet Union anyways.
I don't know.
Yeah, I probably, if I would be Russian, then I would live rather in the Soviet Union than as a Chinese.
Unless you live in Siberia.
China.
Well, I don't know. I feel like
good lag.
Okay, 5 mapping. I feel like because my parents told me stories of living under Mao, it doesn't sound too bad, even though they probably killed a lot more people. But some people say that Stalin is even worse than Mao and Hitler.
Yeah, but Mao killed more people.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. My parents survived, and I assumed I could survive.
Garzy.
And that's just me being biased, man. To my parents, like.
Commie.
And probably because I am the ethnicity. So.
Commie.
Okay, people need to stop with like the Hitler killed Hitler, so he's my hero joke. Like one person made it, and then like 12 other people like were like, oh, this is a new joke, and like copy pasted it.
Wait. Yeah, Cosmo, can you say that again? Ooh, there's no joke. Say it.
I'm not a secret Chinese agent in Canada.
Who's doing that?
I think he's
What is that?
Who's cleaning their microphone?
I think Wiper.
That was my phone, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Somebody,
So,
I think someone messaged me on Discord, and then it rang. Oh
Okay,
shit!
so I guess we move on.
I guess we move on. Yeah, I guess we move on. All right, everyone. The next topic is discuss about Adobe killing Flash. Before we get into it, let me just show you the article.
Rest in peace, Freeze Pond. He uses Flash.
No. That's not Flash I'm talking about.
Not the software, the
It's,
online format.
Run many games.
Okay, I get it.
But
All
I
right,
think
so this is extremely confusing to me.
Online
They're killing
Flash.
They're killing Flash, but everything fucking uses it. So what's the deal now? Like, I can't go to any website without them like asking me to enable it.
It's horrible. Remember the times when you used Adobe Flash? The videos crash like every 10 minutes.
Do they not use Flash Player anymore?
No, they haven't for like quite some time, I believe.
Basically, Adobe is ending support for Flash, kind of like Microsoft ended support for XP. Funny thing is they ran an emergency update for it. But the reason why they did that is because they said Adobe Flash is like very insecure or something. Like there's a lot of what exploits in Adobe Flash causes people to get hacked or something, or just basically not secure, basically. And what was the other thing they said? Let me look at the article again. They said there was another reason too. They said because they said iOS like app. Steve Jobs said no.
Oh my god, dude.
Like this, like Internet Explorer is going to be the last one to use Flash, but they will disable it in 2019. And I don't know what was the other. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of predictable though, because Adobe stopped supporting Flash for their own software, like Adobe Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere, and all that stuff.
We're having an issue in the chat.
Yes, I'm not the idiot who probably has been brainwashed by whoever is just spamming swastikas. And he probably also doesn't have a life because he's doing that.
Someone's spamming swastika.
They have 5 alts.
Well, good for him. It's fine mapping. FYEN mapping.
Jode.
Yeah, that is really showing off the maturity of you.
If you make 5 alts to spam swastikas on a podcast that gets under 100 views on average, I don't understand why you're doing it.
Block him.
When I work
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Block him. Get him out of here. Get off my stage.
Why is this happening? Why? Oh no.
Yeah, okay.
He only do this to get his 10 freaking seconds of fame. So
okay, let's get back to the topic. Adobe Flash. So this is a tech topic because we need some tech topics.
Yeah,
so
to be honest,
I know we're probably late on this. I think I think this article was posted a month ago, like July 25th or something. So to me, July 25th. To me, I'm not so surprised because Adobe Flash always crashes on me a lot as well. So I always have to update it. It's pretty annoying. And there's those fake Adobe Flash saying that you must update, and they actually give you viruses. Yeah. That's very annoying. But I'm not sure what to think about this. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, what I'm wondering is what's gonna happen to the software that uses Flash. Are they gonna get exploited, or because I don't think they're killing it. They're just not supporting it anymore. Because a lot of the other I
Maybe
think
there won't be any more updates.
iOS have blocked Flash. Internet Explorer.
Yeah, but if they don't update it, then it's a really bad idea to continue using it because people are just
gonna be outdated.
hack it instantly.
Yeah.
Windows XP, and then Microsoft. Guess what? Microsoft ran an emergency update.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I don't care. Adobe Flash was so unstable that every time there was a website that had this, the website was so unstable that
Yeah.
if I wouldn't,
I know a lot of games
like,
use Flash still.
I remember when I had a placement and I needed to search the mayors of the communities around here. One side had Adobe Flash and it was laggy as fuck. And then I questioned why can't they have it like every other normal website. Then it took me like 10 minutes to find the mayor because the website was so fucking unstable. And yeah.
Japanese, do you have anything to say about Adobe Flash? Do you use it at all?
What?
Do you have anything to say about Adobe Flash?
Adobe Flash? Yeah, I like it. I mean, I use After Effects. I mean, not Flash actually. After Effects to make my animations.
We mean the web format, Flash, not the software.
Yeah, I don't really know about that.
Yeah, well, the old thing that the player that YouTube in the old days used to display the videos, where it basically crashed half of the time.
Yeah, I'm not that educated on that, so sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I have fond memories of playing those old shitty like 2005 Newgrounds Flash games where you just shoot like photos of George W. Bush and that was the whole game. It's like every game on Newgrounds was just shoot Bush and that was it. But
Yeah, I mean,
those were fun. A lot of them
I
came
was
out.
3 years old in 2005, so.
Nostalgia, Newgrounds is nostalgia for me because one of my first accounts on the internet was on Newgrounds, so.
Toss the turtle, Newgrounds.
So I guess we move on.
I guess.
Madness combat. Weird like madness.
This is your topic here.
What?
Whatever happened in Charlottesville or something.
What? No, I did not put that.
Yeah,
I
you did.
changed.
Oh,
No,
you
I changed the I changed some of the wording
Okay.
to not make it biased.
Ran Japanese. I think you guys live in America, right?
Yeah, and cosmic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you forgot about Cosmic.
I
I
think
said
at least Germany has been quiet in the media. At least the thing
Very
with
good.
college were.
Me and Cosmic in the same
Guys,
state, so.
New York's the best state. Okay, I'm putting it down. And in
No.
the chat, New York is the best state. New York's the best place. And I live in Maryland,
No.
but I lived the first 11 years of my life in New York. Best city, best state, best pizza.
That you're
best
biased.
Ethiopian.
That means you're
No,
biased.
No,
You're
that means I
biased.
have that means I have experience. That means I have
No,
lived in
you're
New York.
just biased.
Yeah.
You're just biased.
No,
Cosmic
I've
is
lived
biased.
in New York. I've lived
Cosmic is biased.
No,
I have-
I think the only way to figure it out is if you experience every state.
Rhode Island
Every
thing.
position, which was the best.
I live in Maryland now, and I have for 5 years.
Fun
so
fact: Delaware doesn't
biased.
give you sales taxes. And that means you can
Oh,
get stuff.
I
That means they don't
like
have,
paying
Wyoming.
they don't have
in
proper
Delaware.
funding. That
That's
means
nice,
Guys, guys,
yeah.
You can buy stuff without paying taxes in Delaware.
Guys,
Anyways, we're off topic.
we're getting off topic. All right, so this topic is about the violent riots or something in Charlottesville. I
Randy's.
don't have much to say about that, so you guys can discuss.
Canada's the best state.
The
One
hell?
thing I know is
How do you know
that, like in the South, they are removing statues of famous Confederates, and the KKK is now basically going apeshit or something like that.
And there's also the rise of the term alt-left.
Oh, shush.
No,
Please with that.
Isn't
That's
that
not a
meme?
real thing,
Isn't that a
veteran.
meme?
that is a real thing. It's like
No, it's
Like
not.
a
It's not an actual.
yes.
The only
like-
thing where I read it about was on
it's
ISO
protesters,
Productions
man.
Twitter.
No group
it's
identifies
the
with that.
leftists that rejects mainstream leftism, similar how alt-right.
No, I
means
think that's
rejecting
just
alt-right.
called democratic socialism, not like
No left. Alt-left
'Cause
is
no-
like Bernie.
Oh, left, look at what?
no
that's-
liberal uses
That's
that.
part of left-wing populists.
No,
It's much
well,
easier.
yeah, well, no conservative or whatever right-winger uses the term alt-right sometimes.
No,
so.
that's not better. And if you go on the internet, there's a trillion groups that are the alt-right group, alt-right Reddit, alt-right 4chan. It's a commonly used self-identifying
Yeah.
Hey guys,
name.
Yeah, okay, and
guys,
My point is that alt-left is not. Alt-left is not as... Alt-right was created by...
a new term. Alt-left's a new term.
It's not a real... It's just been used by other people to identify protesters that they don't agree with. It's not like...
Well, the alt-right...
No, because alt-right is a term that was... Alt-right is a term that was actually created by right-wingers that they use that to identify themselves. Alt-left was
there's
not
an alt-right. Why can't there be an alt-left?
Because we didn't make it. Left-wingers didn't make alt-left. Alt-right
There's
came
also
up
an
with
alt-green
name.
and an alt-anarchist. They do.
Like,
What is a Japanese?
Okay, so like, I seriously disagree with these people, like the neo-Nazis, but the media really fails to portray like the leftist groups that attack, that are in Antifa.
Antifa, that's their alt-left.
Yeah, like Antifa.
if they're not, they don't call themselves that though.
Well, it's derogatory.
I think, yeah, I can tell. I think it's important when we're having these discussions to actually look at the intentions of the individuals. I mean, violence is wrong in every single situation, but we can't pretend that violence done out of hatred towards innocent lives is somehow just as bad as violence done to protect oneself.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's like, well, both sides are to blame here. You know, you can't agree with that, right?
Not in some circumstances, yeah, not in others.
Well, it's both sides are responsible for escalating the violence. So
In some places, yes, but in a lot of situations where people say both sides, it just wasn't the case.
well, it was both
Again,
sides because both sides it has some sort of control of the situation. So therefore, both sides can be responsible.
Okay, in Charlottesville, what side drove the car into the crowd? It wasn't the leftists.
It's obviously not the rightists.
What? It was a what?
It's
What?
fake news.
Say what? What?
Cosmic's having a stroke.
I just turned into a fire alarm. Fucking fire alarm because of that. You know, that was a joke. Dude.
Fake news. Okay.
Fake news.
Fake news.
I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that was a joke, because it is. It's not. I mean, the guy who did it, he was a known alt-right. He was protesting earlier. There's photos of him protesting, doing Hitler salutes, and then we know who the guy was. There's no question about, like, I've never heard anyone say, well, who was the guy in the car? Was it an alt-right guy? Was it a left guy? It's even by like right-wing people, we all acknowledge that was a right-winger. Obviously, it doesn't represent all right-wingers. That's what I'm saying. Whoop-de-doo is very good. Very good. Ow. I just said Hitler salute, by the way. I'm sorry, Nazi salute.
Ooh, you're gonna trigger a lot of people.
Yeah, I said Hitler salute instead of Nazis. The Hitler salute. That's really... Hitler salute.
There are people
Alex
also
Jones.
use that when they say hi, Hitler.
We're gonna be like.
Okay.
Someday we're gonna be if we're popular, I bet people will view us as like the Young Turks and Alex Jones mixed together. Like really. What?
Okay, does anyone else have other things to say?
If nothing, I guess we move on.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. This is going to be a short topic, and then we'll finally get to talk about Japanese mapping. It's going to be,
let's listen.
Discuss Sonic Mania.
It's going to be a little fun topic here. It's not really like a normal topic, but it's going to be about this. It's me on Twitter. If you follow my Twitter, talking about this story between spider and two mosquitoes. I'm gonna do that right now. So it all started with I think 4 days before the mosquitoes arrived. I saw a spider in the hallway. I was like, crap, I want to kill it because if you guys know me, I'm afraid of spiders. But I was too afraid to kill it myself. The spider wasn't even that big as well. It was pretty small. So I just ignored it. And the next 4 days, I don't know, something we did somebody left the door open for too long, and then two giant, big-legged mosquitoes. I called them spiders with wings back then. Like they're freaking huge, and they come in, and I'm very afraid of them. And I was crab, and then you know what? So what I did is I shut my door, trapped myself in the room until somebody comes.
Yeah, you're right.
Escorts me to wherever. And yeah, it was a terrible experience. And then you hear me complaining about how the spider is not like when I said discovered the mosquito, the spider disappeared. I was like, crap, freaking spider! Where the hell are you? The moment when I want the spider to be near, it's not here, and then I'm afraid of those dying mosquitoes, and I was too afraid to go downstairs. So yeah, so what happened next is that my brother said that he stepped on a mosquito and thought he killed it, and the mosquito. And I was like, great. And then I was going on my day, and then I saw a mosquito on the wall. I was like, crap. And then once again, I shut the door and stayed in my room the whole day. That's how afraid I am. And then the spider comes back at the same time when I discovered it, but it's on the other side. And I know Random Mapping, you made like a joke saying Trident is controlling the spider. So this spider, I'm gonna call him Hall, okay? Because Hall the spider, Hall. So Hall was the whole time during those 4 days was creating webs on the corners of the hallway. So what happened was that mosquito apparently was stuck on that web, and then I think two mosquitoes came in. There might have been a third one, but I only saw two.
Is that a cricket in the background?
I don't know. And then the mosquito was stuck in the web, and then the next day the mosquito, Hall, I think either Hall killed it or the mosquito escaped. And if it escaped, I would have noticed by now. Another mosquito, I know it's another mosquito downstairs, not in the hallway, was also trapped in the web.
Who's making that noise?
I don't know. Someone's trying to scare me with fake spiders. So basically, yeah, I'm still afraid of Hall, but I don't think I'm gonna kill Hall anytime soon. So that's just a little story. I did scream along when I saw the mosquito. I think. I was like, ah! But yeah, that's a little fun topic to just talk about. If you want to hear the story, you can go on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. The link's in the description, I think. But regardless, let's move on now. All right, everyone. So as you guys know, the legend Japanese Mapping is here to join us.
Yep.
Thank you for joining on the MapperCast podcast. I'm sure you've been waiting for this topic.
Yeah.
Japanese Mapping? Anything to say about the podcast so far?
It's pretty interesting.
That's the way of putting it.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so basically, what it's kind of gonna be like, you watch HD podcast. So what I was thinking, like maybe just ask after some questions, and maybe if you choose to answer them, we can answer. But there's the one question that I did mention before the podcast, like mapping Shrek. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. But have you seen pictures of mapping Shrek?
Yeah, I have. It's basically my icon with the Shrek thing.
Like I know ASDF keeps posting that, but never really explicitly said what it is. Japan is my city. Okay, mapping Shrek. Like, some people seem to know what people mean by mapping Shrek. All right, so
Hey.
Yeah.
What?
You guys want to ask Japanese any questions?
How did you get into mapping?
So I was just like looking through geography videos, like in like January or something of 2016, and I saw Daniel's videos.
So Daniel Mapper.
Which Daniel?
Daniel Mapper.
Daniel Mapper got you into mapping.
Huh?
The Serbian one? No, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Serbian one.
Oh, Serbian. Okay, Serbian Daniel.
Hey, it's Daniel Mapper. That's the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's interesting. How did you find Daniel Mapper's video? What were you looking to find?
Yeah, just like searching through geography videos and stuff, like that kind of stuff, and then I just saw Daniel's stuff.
And then you're like, oh, what is this? Like, what did you think of it when you first saw it? Like, when you're like
I mean, Daniel isn't the best. He didn't have the best graphics back then. I mean, not that he does now, but I mean, I thought they were really interesting. So That's basically it.
Yeah, anyone want to ask Japanese anything? Or do I have to ask again? No? Cosmic?
Oh,
I should take out my checklist of questions I want.
What's your favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Like,
All right, then.
just stuff from Subway.
Subway's nice. I like Subway. They're overrated. Just get shit. You know what? It's fast food. It's good. I don't care. I know I'm essentially dumping tar into my body, but I like it. It's good.
You know, I'm not gonna ask those cliche questions like who's your favorite mapper. Those I think those are just completely. But one thing
How
I do
is it cliche? What the
how
hell?
did you come up with the name Japanese mapping? Like, why did you
Because
choose Japanese mapping? Is one.
Because I'm ethnically Japanese.
You're Japanese. Why am I not surprised?
Oh my god, business talk.
If you could
We
change,
there's
if you were to start
it's
over,
either
pick another name.
we're gonna all be this whole podcast gonna be filled with Asians.
No. The Japanese. If you had a chance to start over again and keep your would you change your name? Like keep everything you did, but change. Would you?
Probably not. I mean, I like my current name, so yeah.
Okay, so
Japanese American mapping, jam,
well, he said he's Japanese, so he's Japanese American. I think.
jab,
Yeah, I mean, I'm Japanese, but I live in America, so.
jab.
Yeah, I'm like me, Chinese living in Canada, so it's kind of similar.
I'm Vietnamese.
There's one thing I wanna
Vietnamese. Oh, there.
You made that video like why mapping is dying. Like you show like bad art. I know, but like what like okay, so it was the meme that triggered you to make the video, or was it something going on in the community that kind of made you feel like mapping is dying?
It's a meme.
I don't really remember, but I think it was like Daniel quitting and like a lot of people quitting and stuff.
Yeah, it was it was just back then. It was so drama.
I think people are asking questions in the comments, like the chat.
I think they're asking like this like very general questions like
They're asking dumb shit.
who's your favorite mapper? What program you use? I think these are questions that we get a lot. Like as mappers, like, oh, what software is this?
This is better for the Q&A. Honestly,
Yeah, like I don't want to ask this question because first of all, well, I'm not saying I don't care, but it's like it's not really relevant to me. It's a question that a lot of people are gonna ask, and you're probably very annoyed at it. So yeah, let's see what else.
I'm not making the trailer yet.
Okay, so what made like when I asked you to come on, like what made you want to come on the show and have talk with us like on the podcast? Like, what did you find interesting about this podcast? What you don't like? What is there something you don't like about this podcast?
And I find it interesting that like a lot of people are here, like a lot of mappers I know in the chat. And it's interesting that we have this thing every week.
Okay, if there's something that you don't like about MapperCast, like what do you think? What do you think is something that you criticize us for?
Not really anything. Like we kind of get off topic sometimes, but it's fine.
Yeah, let's get some spice. Let's get some spice in here. Let's start some stuff. Who in the podcast is your favorite? Who's the least favorite?
What the heck?
What do you
Don't play favorites, bro.
That'll get people talking.
What the hell are you talking about?
Probably gonna be Void. Definitely.
Least favorite, yeah.
Void Viper is probably the most.
It's definitely Void.
Void Viper should be 30,000 subs.
Nah, I don't deserve that.
Yeah, you do. You do. Okay, whatever. Just stay off topic.
I think my series like okay, yeah. So Japanese man, like how did you? What was the first episode you saw of the podcast? Like, which episode was the first?
The first episode.
First episode. Okay, so when did you find my channel and realize it was a podcast? That's what I'm really curious about.
Like when did I find your channel, or when did I find the podcast? Like,
you have to find my channel to find the podcast, right? So I was wondering when did you find my channel to know that there's a podcast?
So I knew about your channel for like a long time, but and then like I saw about that you guys are gonna do a podcast, so I just went on.
So like, do you watch other mappers? You're correct. If that's correct.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna ask who's your favorite mapper, but I'm just asking if you watch other mappers.
What?
I'm like you watch other mappers, correct?
Yeah.
And like,
Pretty much.
I'm not gonna ask specifically. Like, I'm not gonna ask you every mapper you watch, but like, which mappers do you think is okay? Except me and everyone in here, but like, which other mappers do you watch on the mapper community?
I like Korean. Like Korean's really good.
Korean mapping?
And yeah, who else? Wait, let me check.
There's like lots of Korean.
Let me check.
Like, I know, like, the mapping community, Proxima, Imperialist, Irradiate are so famous in there, but
That great. What about Atlas? Atlas mapping. Atlas
Who
mapping.
the fuck is Atlas?
yeah, I don't know who's Atlas mapping. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find out later. Atlas
Yeah,
mapping.
you
Check
know
concept too.
So,
We'll
like,
find out
okay,
later.
okay, this is going to be a very
Sure.
strange question, but what do you think about the mapping community in general?
Yeah, it's fine. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
And the Google Plus group, like, what do you think about that? Like, some weird things I always post on there. I try not to get involved in them unless they're like copyright problems. But like, I think you look at them too, right? The Google Plus group.
Yeah, I don't really go on Google Plus that much. Can I answer the previous question more?
What was the previous question again? I already forgot.
Like the mappers I watch.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I also watch Duck That Shit. He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, him. I only watched like one episode. I don't really watch a lot of mappers. I did watch Rat Mapping. I do enjoy his, but I don't do when I have time.
And
I
I
still
also watch like the typical ones like
Jabber.
What do you mean by typical?
Jabberl, of course.
like the popular ones. Like LP.
Oh yeah, I heard something happened with Dylan's World. For those of you who don't know, Dylan's World.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if you want me to say this.
It's inactive.
Come on.
What happened with
let's
Dylan?
talk about
Oh,
it.
is this about his videos?
Yeah. His videos being.
Oh, are they
deleted
still
because
down?
of bugs.
Yeah, they're still down.
Dylan's
He's losing a
World.
lot of subscribers.
So is Dylan's World dead?
Yeah, I also
That's
really
so-
like
No, he's alive, but like, what happened was, okay, if I say this, Dylan's World, contact me and I'll delete this part of the podcast. But basically, what happened is he changed his YouTube icon, and then what happened was it deleted his video somehow. He already emailed YouTube about it, but then, so I'm not gonna say what they said, but like, they're working on it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hope they get it because that's really bad.
Like,
Like,
I'm
with all the stuff.
How does it change the YouTube icon even like?
He's a very talented guy. He's so nice. He's a really nice guy. I told him I was sorry about it. Really, it's a real shame.
I know. He and I have both had some beef. But he gets it back. I'm confident that YouTube can restore his videos because when you delete videos on YouTube, they're not really deleted. Well, again, we're getting off topic, like Japanese criticized us for. So, does anyone else have any questions for Japanese mapping? As a guest,
Viper, apparently Zeppelin was saying you're wrong.
for me, I'm wrong.
I don't know, he just said it
What?
about
Wrong
Dylan.
what? Wrong what?
came back.
Wait, what? Mine? What are you talking about? Mine? What are you saying?
Zeppelin was saying you're something wrong with Dylan.
I
Like,
don't.
I'm wrong, or is there something wrong with the podcast?
You're
I
wrong.
think he's probably just
Wrong?
making a meme.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yes, it is dead West Virginian. It's
I
dead.
don't know. I'm just okay. The information I got is from Welsh. I also DM'd Dylan World asking about it, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that could all just be a cover up. But I'm not gonna go make some assumptions. I'm just gonna stick to what the information I gave, and hopefully it goes well. Let's get back to asking questions about Japanese.
Yeah, I mean,
Does
people
anyone
are
have
asking questions in the chat, so
Well, we can leave that for free for all later. But like, this is just for the MapperCast.
Oh. Japanese. What is your relation with Dylan's World? What do you think about it?
Dylan, I haven't really talked to him, but I mean, his style is really old school, but I think he's I mean, decent is too middle. I mean, I think he's good.
Yeah, my videos are shit. Well, I'm very demotivating myself. No, I'm just trolling. But what else? What else? I have nothing. I asked all the questions I had on the checklist, so I don't know what else to ask. Does anyone has anything to ask? Oh yeah, but I did. Oh yeah, one thing that I don't really watch your every video of yours, but I did watch a video where something happened to U.S.'s car or something. He's like, all right, let's do this, and then U.S. car got like wrecked or something. Like, that's hilarious. I kind of like that joke. The US car thing. That's just something I want to say. One episode of your video. Okay.
No, it's you.
All right. So yeah, Japanese, thanks for coming on, and hopefully let's go to the Q&A now. Free fall.
All right.
All right, everyone. So now you can ask questions for Japanese or any one of us in the chat, and then maybe he will answer them if he chooses to.
Alright, so moving on to the Q&A.
Yeah.
All right, what is that?
All right.
What is
Wait,
that?
what?
Like Twitter profile.
You posted something. What was that?
Wait, what?
You posted something in the live chat. What was
The
that?
meme. It was a meme.
Oh.
It's
Okay, we got a few.
I mean, you can click on it if you want to.
Okay, Japanese mapping. Someone asked you your opinions on anime.
Yeah, I like anime.
I don't.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta. If you went back in time and you could either stop Hitler or stop Stalin, what would you stop? Probably stop Hitler.
Hitler.
Because Stalin was necessary to help defeat Hitler historically.
Yeah, but they.
Oh yeah, true. I mean,
And
actually,
I mean,
no,
as
yeah.
bad as
pretty
Stalin
true.
was, I don't think he necessarily tried to take over the world. I mean, maybe he tried to spread communism all over the world. He tried to spread communism, so I guess he essentially tried to take over the world. But
Yeah, I don't like both of them.
At least he's not Trotsky.
Why is every mapper 6 years old? Puzzle mapping. Are you 6?
I am 16.
Ethan, I was 6.
Oh.
I am 18.
I am 16.
You're 18. Whoa.
Yeah, Batchin's a father.
What?
Why are some mappers cringy little kids who don't know how to spell and salt races?
Oh yeah, there was like this one map where
Yeah,
If this video, hey guys, if this video gets 100 guys, if this video gets 100 watchers,
Oh my
I'll
God.
name my child season.
No. What child season? What are you talking about?
I'll name my future child season.
Okay,
Season?
whoever asked a
Why is-
question. I think it was-
Season, you know, from Mr. Owner
Oh,
Honor
yeah.
series.
I have one thing to say. What about you when you were young? Have you been like that as well? Having trouble spelling things? I think that's something you have to look at.
Yeah,
You might say,
that was me.
you might criticize Coco kids
that
for
was definitely
having bad spelling or being cringy and stuff. But were you cringy back then as well? That's something you have to think about.
I was cringy back then.
me.
I was cringy and communist back then. I thought
Are you serious?
Yes, I was communist.
You were a
back then.
communist. Well, I'd rather you be a communist than
I
No,
didn't know.
No,
that.
really. I grew up. I grew out of communism, technically.
What the hell?
I didn't even know what politics were.
I was a communist back in middle school, but now I became a conservative.
Now I got letters talking about voting. I don't care. I just ignore it.
not a Jew. I don't know.
I don't care. What's your opinion on cringy mappers that they say that they are not cringy anymore, but also happens to be found on the TFO wiki? Well, I don't know how to.
What does that mean? That's a very strange question. I don't get it. Cosmic and Batran are secretly commies.
No,
Bat-
Scotty, I
Batran,
wouldn't
why
go
do you
in
hate
SS.
Jews?
What?
What the fuck?
Batran, why do you hate Jews in all caps. It's just in everybody. Batman hates Jews. He does.
Yeah,
What?
it's confirmed.
I don't hate Jews. I don't actually hate Jews. No. I have a
Japanese,
friend
what do you
that's
think
a
about the
Jew.
great Emperor Hirohito?
I have a Jewish friend, so I mean.
That's what they all say.
Okay, we got a lot of questions for Japanese in the chat.
It's a girl. Jesus Christ.
No, everyone, ignore that question if you know what I'm talking about.
That's a really
Ignore
bad
that question. That's all I'm gonna say. Did they talk about a mapper who deleted his channel? Well, you have to say which mapper, because there's a lot of mappers that delete their channels, and they're probably like not even mappers.
Don't spam anything, please.
Does Japanese?
What is your
like
favorite
hentai?
cereal? I don't know. Probably some healthy organic cereals that I don't even know the brand name.
Yeah, I guess Cocoa Puffs.
You have to say which mapper deleted his channel.
Don't know, Dylan.
Japanese. What do you think about the great Emperor Hirohito? I don't know who that is.
Hirohito, yeah, I mean,
So,
he wasn't. I mean, I don't think he was bad, but like, I actually don't really. I mean,
was there ever a channel called Hitler Mapping?
Probably.
I see.
Probably.
What do you think about Maryland? I guess because I've lived here for a while.
Why can't I be on this? Because I live in a different part of Maryland.
Because Maryland, we live like very close to each other. It's it's okay.
We're like
I
one
mean,
county away from each other.
I prefer New York much better. Just because New York is much more culturally diverse. There's much more stuff going on. It's a much more exciting and place to be. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with Maryland at all. It's just sort of like every other place in the country in a lot of respects.
Cosmic.
Doesn't Maryland?
Yeah.
Try to do a Maryland accent.
There isn't a Maryland accent.
Doesn't Maryland like have the lowest minimum wage out of all states in the US?
Actually, no. Actually,
it does have one of the highest. It does have one of the highest murder rates, though. So there's that.
Yeah, well, the lowest minimum wage is in somewhere. I think Louisiana or something. Mississippi.
Yeah, somewhere
in the south.
I have to go. Guys,
Hello.
I have to go.
Somebody asked.
But in turn, they have low taxes.
Wait, hold on. Japanese.
Yeah.
Wait,
doesn't-
Japanese.
that doesn't-
Yeah, I have to go in 6 minutes though.
What were you
Does it
saying?
look
I have to
like
go in
West
6
Virginia?
minutes, so
Cosmic, shut the fuck
I
up.
can't hear him.
I have to go in 6 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions, then ask me now.
All right,
Oh,
this is
I
all
can-
about Japanese. This is all about Japanese
Okay.
right now.
Give
Just ask
Japanese
Japanese a question.
Like, what's motivating you to continue mapping?
All of us stay quiet.
Anything, just my fans.
Like, how do you come up with your stories and episodes? Like, you
What do
just
you mean?
you just plan them on the sheet, or you just think of it in your head?
Yeah. Okay. So when I start a series, I just plan out the whole thing, like the villain stuff, like how it's gonna play out. And then like each episode, I just start it without any planning, like for each episode.
Yeah, that's like me. I usually like don't really. I just plan out how it's gonna end, how it's gonna start, who's the villain, what's their motive, and I go with that. If I think of a good idea, I write it down. If I don't think of one, I don't do anything. I just think of something random in my head.
Okay. Any other questions from the chat?
I can't see any. That was a question that I wanted to ask myself that I just had in my head. Didn't write down my checklist. Japanese are my cities. What the hell is that? Opinion on Japan. Japanese mapping.
Yeah, I like Japan. Obviously.
I've been to Japan once. That was before the Fukushima nuclear power plant. It was nice.
Maybe don't call Japanese.
I had to drink lemonade every time.
Two
There's
things that I know
like
about
vending
Japan.
machines everywhere. There's like go off to another street. Oh, there's a vending machine. Go to a park. Oh, there's a vending machine in the middle of the park. Oh, go there. There's a vending machine. Lemonade all the time.
Two things that I know about Japan is that they have a major problem with debt, and they also have a major problem with birth rates.
Oh.
This is for Japanese and I. This is what our favorite communist leaders.
I think all of them were terrible. Like,
What about
I
Tito?
hate communism in general, but my most favorite out of all the communist leaders is probably
Tito?
Yeah, Castro.
Stalin. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not a communist, so I'm not. I don't want to celebrate any particular communism, but I guess
Fidel Castro at least had charisma.
Castro, yeah, Castro at least had charisma. Yeah, he was like a revolutionary. There's stuff to respect with Castro.
But the enemy. Okay.
That's
Japanese. Here's a question for you: Proxima or imperialist?
I think I like both actually. Wait a second.
Yeah, I think.
you were gonna be Proxima, but
I think those are questions hard to answer. Like, you don't want to pick out a few bad. It's like.
Okay, I gotta go now.
Okay.
Jack, one more question. Can you do one more question?
Okay, fine.
Okay, what's your favorite historical figure? By Concordia.
I'm probably I don't know, probably Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Japanese. Thanks for coming.
Right, no problem.
Okay, thanks for coming. Have a great day.
Have a great day. See you later.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
all right, goodbye.
All right.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everyone. Now it's
Mapping,
just.
everybody.
And I watch all the viewers draw.
We're gonna have like 21 viewers. That's it.
Rip.
No, too late. Jap is gone.
Oh.
Let's not call him Jap.
Somebody wrote Jap.
I know.
That reminds me of American World War II propaganda.
No.
Especially the one.
Japan has surrendered.
Sometimes my
one with Popeye.
Sometimes my grandmother says Jap. She was like a teenager in World War II. It's like, oh, we were all so scared when the Japs attacked us. The dirty Japs.
What the hell?
My grandmother's like the best.
What about the Japper? Japanese mapper. Japper. Get it?
Okay, guys. What are these irradiate copiers or imperialist copier proximity or colors?
Imperial copier?
Are these accusations of copying getting quite annoying?
Oh,
they have all this general style, which at least with the people that I talk to, is the edgelord style.
Ugh.
Like there's like Iridium or something.
Yeah, it has also to do with nation.
Iconium, which is actually a real city back in Byzantine Empire.
Guys,
conquered by the Turks.
I have a question here. Where is Mo? Where's Mo?
He's on Steam.
No, he was offline on Steam for almost 15 days now.
Oh, Mr. Owner and Poner, for those of you who don't know who he is. You can search it up. He was once the biggest mapper.
He was like, yeah, the biggest mapper used to have 5,000 subs. So.
I think it was 6. Actually, yeah, 5. It was 5,000 something.
I love that. Chris, Red has copied me, and I approve. Chris is literally using an avatar and banner made by me.
Wait, what? Overthrow the mapping hierarchy. There's nothing to overthrow.
The mapping hierarchy already has been overthrown.
Okay, here's a question for me. What is your favorite series from you? So
you can go to Atlas Mapping and try to make them 20 days.
I like AFOE, but I'm not sure if everybody likes it. Otherwise, I'll pick Ties of the Hybrid. I hate the 3 Worlds a little bit. I don't like End of Hope already. I'm already hating it. And Frozen was okay. Dark Treasures was good, but not a lot of people watched it, so it discontinued. Mapperball series, I guess, was okay. But it discontinued as well. So, yeah, I think I'll either pick Season 4 of AFOE or Season 2 of AFOW, Ties of the Hybrid. There's nothing to overthrow for mapping. Come on.
You could always subscribe to Atlas and make him the new Romanian.
Say what?
Romanian. Yeah, let's do that with 44 people here because that's gonna work.
Well, I mean,
I think Hangouts only support
Atlas Mapping went from like 30 subs to like around 730 in 1 month. So
1 month, yeah. And guess what? There's a mapper who got 1,034 subscribers in 1 month.
Yeah, I know, but we need to snowball it. You know.
Yeah. Let's do that without. Put the Roman Empire on your map. I already did that in AFOE.
Well, MapperCast is more influential than you think, guys. I mean, seriously, I've been more
Yeah,
influential than
man.
anything.
Baron, I think it's safe to say that you should probably upload a mapping video on your channel.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, that's why I asked for Mope. That's why I asked for Mope, because I want to do something with him.
I think it's best if you start a brand new series. Like, you probably get more views on it than when you
Just
upload
do
it.
anything.
I think it's best.
I may actually do an alternate future of the world, because I just got back motivation for mapping again.
Yay.
I need to make more videos. I feel like such a
That's
fucking.
not
But
a
I think the only logical choice for me here is to like try to look for Mope, because I want to ask him about like his alternate future world or something, so we can do something with it. I mean, he said that if I continue any of his series, he'll make a trailer for me or something, help me advertise my channel. I don't know.
That's why don't you upload?
Because
What the fuck, Rat?
Because because the mapping got so advanced nowadays, like you need a lot more programs. You need to make it look quality, look good, and stuff like that. It's kind of make it. So over time, it made a huge wall for me to try to make a good mapping video or something. So that's why I'm starting to slow down.
freaking.
What is that?
What the hell?
That's a fire alarm. A fire alarm.
Investigate 311.
Ah. So I bring up Investigate 311 again. That was.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes are
Cosmic
saying
Mapping, why do we exist? I don't.
These are dying.
I'm just kidding. They're not. It's just someone's messing with the alarm right now, and you're gonna hear that. I'm gonna try to mute it as fast as I can.
But anyways, where's Mope? Where's Mope? I need his map. I need his map.
I know, Baron. I think you need to start a new series while you're waiting.
Yeah, you need to start a new series.
Nice.
The new world is dead.
I think
No, it's not.
if you start fresh, I think you will get a lot more views, and you'll finally reach 1,000 subscribers.
Well, I like. Maybe I could put Europe on hiatus. Maybe I could put future Europe on hiatus.
You were the second mapper. The second mapper is still here, but he just
Technically, the third
Yeah,
mapper
but he can't
because
upload.
second fan mapper, third actual mapper.
Yeah.
Actually,
The Jar Jar 99 was this first fan mapper.
The Jar Jar was the second mapper. First mapper is Murder. Yeah, so you.
Yeah, Murbu.
Yeah, so yeah, I think you need to upload. The third mapper needs to upload. The third mapper, the entire mapping community needs to upload. I'm serious, Byron. If you upload a series, you'll probably find the motivation.
Yeah, that's
Only if I need to make a quality map. I need to make a quality map because my mapping is equivalent to the 2014 or 2015 mapping, which is today's like one of the worst or below average mapping. Because today it's just like there's all country balls, there's all
We've gotten a little crazy
there's
with the
color,
aesthetics of it.
There's actually color on countries now. Back then we don't used to have color on country. All you do is put green. And there's fancy names. I mean, there's also text boxes. We never had text boxes back then.
At code text.
The craziest time.
And also, some people use Photoshop, some people use Flash, so it's kind of overwhelming.
It doesn't matter what program you use. No one's gonna see which program you use unless you show it. But from the map.
I know that Mr. Owner and Punter used Photoshop for a series.
I'm just saying.
I'm never gonna go with it. It's like that art stuff I did, and
I'm gonna
do a lot more of that. I enjoy
like irradiate and irradiate is still kind of like the basic version. It's just with texture. You can still do that back then. Disliking country balls, having country balls as profile. I don't think that's a country ball. Batman's picture is not a country ball. I don't know what it is actually.
It's a derp scout. It's a Team Fortress 2. It's a derp scout.
But Baron, seriously, I think you need to upload. Upload, and it'll
come on, man. You haven't uploaded anything.
I don't dislike country balls. I'm just saying that country balls should take more extra. It takes more work to create country balls. Like imagine like 200 countries and you need to create a mapper ball. I mean, country ball for each of them. Like
no. So Baron, you don't need to use country balls. Just do it. Just use text, curved text. You know what curve text is?
Yeah, I know what curve text is, but it's really hard because you need to do layers and layers to try to curve the text.
Don't even bother with all the crazy visual stuff if you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, visual stuff now.
Just do what you can do.
Viewers, actually, visual stuff attracts viewers. Because if I look like frickin' Jabril
then make it like,
or just make a frickin' MS Paint. No offense to any MS Paint users, but any like pixelated frickin' map like we used to do that back then. Then I'll probably get like a lot of dislikes.
I'm not saying make it that. I'm just saying you don't need to like do crazy visual stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
I know you
Yeah.
you have improved since your first video. That's for sure. I think if you
but
start,
my mapping is a little outdated here, so I'm not gonna get as much.
I know, but I think if you upload, you'll definitely reach 1K.
I mean, I have motivation.
That,
but
Randall, I'm saying you can't complain about not getting enough views.
No,
when you don't
Chris,
like
he has
three
976. Unless people go subscribe to him right now, but I think a lot.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Batron to get to 1K.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Subscribe
Look,
to
this is
Batron.
my type of map. Look. All right, I'm gonna turn this share screen on. Look at this.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, what is this?
Okay, so
Also,
look at this. This is my mapping right here. See, look, it's all pixelated.
Mhm.
Little,
There's nothing wrong with that.
41.
Like it,
Wow, that's good.
41. You guys know who 41. Yeah, a country's name 41. Who cares?
Yeah, country's name's 41. Yeah, I remember that.
41.
Yeah,
I don't know
Hong
why you're so
Kong.
like it looks fine.
Where's? Okay, whatever. Where is it? B something.
Then
B.
you also have like this style
30.
with satellite images.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, I
Looks
recognize
nice.
that. It looks very nice.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be considered good visuals. I
Yeah,
think.
well, it doesn't look as good as my face. Like, yeah. Oh, there's. Well, the slide that I'm most proud of is this, which I actually show too much. Where is it? There. See? Look at this. It's a little light, little glow. I actually imagine this is made back in like 2014 or 2015 or something. I imagine in the future that countries would actually glow, something like that every time they talk. And also, look at this in the water, underwater. Look at this, underwater.
Like Batman, that looks really good. Like this looks really good, and I don't know why you never did it. Like it looks really good.
This is the thing here. This actually
Crazy,
from my point. It's actually from my point earlier because mapping is getting more sophisticated. Back then, like I want to outcompete everyone else back then, but because I want to outcompete everyone else, I actually put up a huge wall for myself to develop. Like each slide has to go to Photoshop. You know this terrain right here is actually I need to Photoshop it all together. You need to put so many layers.
That gets a little unnecessary. That like you don't need to do that. Like just
Yeah,
go with the original stuff.
But the good part is that I made countries into like puppets or something like that. So every time it's like I have a little whole slide where I just make a country, and then there's another country like red or blue, glowing or white. But that's take a lot of work.
Right.
See?
Someone's saying rat.
Also, someone in the chat has tried to ask us for like half an hour now. What do we think of vector mapping?
Of what mapping? What mapping?
Vector mapping. She's not that big.
I have no idea.
Yeah, at least according to my friends, she's female.
I read
So,
women also.
if she isn't, and this is just like, both Proxima and Imperial Mapping, please thank you. So yeah, I think her content is good, but I have more favorites.
Warstein.
Batman, you need to upload. Not show at Warcraft.
Come on, Batron.
Okay,
Come
well,
on.
What do you? Why
I'm
are you
trying to get a hold of Mr. Owner and Pawner so I could try to help.
Why do you need him?
I'm not talking about continuing the
He's out of
make a new series.
You literally the oldest mapper that is still somewhat active. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
I don't know, just showing off some graphics.
Topic is people. Oh, we do anything. Yes,
sorry,
I'm
I was confused.
because I'm an idiot. Why is the Discord dead?
How's this for my title? How's this for my title series?
Chatty Discord. It was meant for our fan winners and not the winners. And
How's it? Hey, how's this for my title series? My title. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, I'm stop sharing now.
just upload Batman, make a new series, upload it. I'll be sure to promote it.
Yeah, come on, Beth. Listen to Viper.
By the way, since Cosmos said he
subscribers.
doesn't have any questions for the quiz, shouldn't we make them up slowly?
Yeah, we need to.
Batman will
quiz or
upload
something.
when Half-Life 3 comes out.
Starting to feel like that.
Probably.
Will die when Half-Life 3 comes out. What is your opinion of my channel? I never seen your channel. And if I did, it's probably been a long time ago, so I don't remember. I see Batman everywhere, but you never upload.
I guess at least that's positive.
I think Batman, you really need. I know I'm repeating myself. I think you need to start a new series. Like you don't have to be like the other mappers. Just be yourself. I think that's what's
Yeah,
best.
Batman, clearly there's a demand for new videos from you. Like, nobody fucking cares about my shit anymore, but you, like, people are, like, every time we have a show, people are, no, it's true, like, there's a demand for Batman stuff, so, I mean.
And what?
Yeah, that means high expectations, am I right?
There's an episode that is 3 hours long. He said, "Now, sorry for the long wait. Here's a 3-hour episode." Yeah, I'm calling that right now. It's gonna happen. I'm calling it now.
Someday.
Cosmic not uploading for a long time is because he's making a 3-hour long video. I'm just joking, but seriously. I mean, if you can't upload, then fine. But what was the last you uploaded? 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
you're so
I actually uploaded several videos after that, but they are on private.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, doesn't count. Batman. Fuck off.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
So Baron, please, if you
Like Half-Life 3 will be released.
yourself,
Like,
and who knows, maybe a lot of people will enjoy your videos like you did like back in the day. I remember when you had 700 subs when I first joined the map community or something. Or was it 400? I don't remember. I think it was 400 actually. And then now you're at 900 in only 2 years.
Yeah. I had 900 for like a year already.
Yeah. Because you don't upload. Hold on.
Ooh.
Remember the memes.
Yeah, I think people are asking questions. We are just not answering them.
Yeah, they are. I'm in a daze. I'm apologize. I'm apologize. Is a second civil war possible? Definitely possible. I'm guessing you mean America. Definitely possible at this point. I don't know it becoming that big of a deal. I mean, I think if there is a second civil war, it will be extremely minor. It'll probably be scuffles between extremist groups like fucking, the Nazis and Antifa and stuff. It'll probably be skirmishes. But I mean, we're already seeing small, like, for lack of a better word, battles between the two groups, erupted protests and stuff. I mean, a lot of this stuff does look like something out of a fucking painting out of the 1800s. These two groups are running at each other, flying their flags in the air. It's crazy. So I think if it does happen, it'll probably be small. I can't imagine there being any type of large-scale rebellion against the federal government anytime soon. But you never know.
It's already Q&A.
Are we done yet?
Free for all.
I think, yeah, it's free for all. We're waiting for, we need somebody's got to make the quiz.
I have a question for the fan winner.
We need one more. We need one more question, and then we can go. I will.
Yes, it is Q&A. Harris Polakovic.
I think Viper's working on the quiz, and when he's done, we'll.
No, I don't. No,
Boring
Let's
podcast.
ask questions, please.
the mapper winner I don't
It's
have.
common. Okay, I have an idea for it. All right, so if you guys, this
So are we
no,
starting
no
with-
one's gonna get this one. No one's gonna get this one.
are we
Talk about
starting with Q&A
I
right
Batman should upload a video because it's been 2 years.
Do you think
Yeah, Batman
capitalism
upload a
will
video.
collapse? Do you think capitalism will collapse under automation? You get
Darren,
that?
are you gonna upload? I really want to see a new
Maybe
video.
someday.
A new series, man. A new series.
Sunday.
Maybe someday.
Sunday. Okay.
Sunday.
I'm expecting a video next week.
Someday. Some
I'll be sure to
days.
promote it. I'll be sure to promote it on my Discord and yeah.
It's only very 31 people.
To answer, get us
Maybe
cover
next year.
Go to Antarctica.
Next year. Well, I'll just keep waiting.
All right, I have a couple ones, but they're like
Maybe.
absurdly impossible. I don't know whether to do them or not. I don't think anyone would get them.
I actually also want to do gaming videos.
Has anyone populated my Discord yet?
We're gonna do that. Make a different channel.
Hey guys, for the podcast, remember my idea earlier about like we should get like show a podcast on a platform, you know, like we're all like characters or something. I mean, like, you know, Gary's Mod, we could get it like a Gary's Mod server, just like I don't know, sit around and just talk.
How do we all have
Characters.
Gary's Mod?
Yeah, we don't all have Gary's Mod, but I know that at least most of us have Minecraft.
I don't have
Viper doesn't. Yeah, but Viper doesn't
So we
play.
can all just like sit at a table.
Minecraft. I can go to Shoppers Drug Mart right now and buy it, but I
You
don't
can
want
get
to.
Minecraft? Get Minecraft.
No, I don't
Okay.
play.
You don't play
Anymore.
video games at all.
Nah, we need to do it on Roblox.
I
Bro.
don't play Roblox. I don't know what Roblox
Guys,
is.
If we're gonna do that, we should do it
Roblox.
virtually. If we're gonna
We
do
should-
that,
Yeah, we should
get
do it
together.
virtual. We should do a virtual podcast.
No, you gotta do it together. Do the real thing. If we're gonna be all in the same room, we gotta fly. Make a
Fly
meeting.
to it. Well, we're all in different countries, so the closest we can do, just pretend that we're real in a virtual world or something.
No, I'm poor.
Well, that's I don't know.
Like
Okay,
Gary's
guys.
Mod. We could all do Gary's Mod.
I think we should go to the quiz now. It's getting long.
Okay.
So I'll do the fan winner one first. Alright. It's fan winner quiz time. Anyone can answer this. So the first question is, well, the question for the fan winner is, but you know, remember the ice meteors from my Frozen series? I did an event on it on a Discord. What is the Frozen meteors exactly? Or why did they come down on Earth? If you participate in the event in Discord, you'll know, and that's why this is a fan winner question. Skelly's couple got it.
Scarzy.
got it?
There's Scally
Skelly's
couple.
I think that's
Couple?
how you pronounce it. Skelly Skelly.
Say what?
Scally couple.
Get us coffee.
Alright, Skelly's couple. Are you on the MapperCast Discord? Because if you are, I'll give you the fan winner role. If I can
And the
find.
Santa-
Scally scuffle. I thought you said Scally cuckold.
I'm not seeing who you're talking to. No. Is this on the Discord? What are we looking at?
It was on my Discord. Like he answered the question. Skelly's couple's the winner.
I have an ear infection. I'm kidding.
Skelly's couple, the one with the skeleton profile picture. 33. He said 33, so that's the answer.
33.
But Skelly's couple, can you go on the MapperCast Discord? The links in the description and just leave. Oh, I see you. Never mind. I'll give you the fan winner now. So you can post either the fan winner in the comments below or on the Discord, and we'll be sure to receive it. Next up,
Inside jobs.
next question. Cosmic, that's your
Oh, okay.
the mapper winner.
For winner question. Okay, I got one that's a little fucking arbitrary.
Okay.
No, I can't do this because no one will get it.
Oh,
Does anyone have anything better?
Just say
I
it.
know,
If they don't get it, then just pick
Let's
a
do it.
new one.
Okay, fine. It's okay. All right. What's the horror story company I do narrations for?
What the hell?
Exactly.
What?
I talk mapping.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Because I talk about it on Twitter sometimes, so that's like the only thing that popped in my mind.
Oh, okay.
I doubt anyone's gonna get it.
I've never heard of this.
Say what?
You don't know that I do that.
Creole. Okay. Creepypasta Lakes. Kermit. What the
No,
hell?
not my personal one. It's like a company I do it for.
NSDAP.
Team 10. Team 10. Yes.
No,
England is my
Doesn't work for Team 10, man.
Pasta Creeds. Drag Paul.
Yeah. Starting
no.
Cosmic Paul.
Jake Paul.
There is actually a way to
Luke
find it.
Paul.
There is. If you look
Tingle
look things up
Boy.
enough.
All Hail Road Blur.
My name and then creepypasta, you might find it. It's
Okay,
I
I
it's
think
there.
no one is going to get this.
Here, I'll put it in the.
Especially VV.
Very weak here.
They hate.
Here, I'm gonna put it.
This is.
I'm gonna put it in the Google chat so you guys know what it is.
This is an insult to V's. Mappers are getting retarded.
I agree 100%.
Okay, we need a new question.
Yeah, I
They
told you this
both
one was
sucked,
bad.
but they both sucked. Agreed. I haven't been.
Twingles Inc.
I'm Logan. Why people mention Jake Paul? What is this related to?
Twingles
Oh,
Inc.
no. I warned you. You should have not. You should have came with a bed.
Okay, the Rake is a story, not a company that does them. It's my full name.
Sapphire, remember Batman? I told you how to pronounce it before. Remember that, Batman?
Sepplio got it. Sepplio is the mapper winner.
Okay. Yeah, remember how I pronounced Sapphire? I pronounced it Sapphilio. Remember that, Batman? I pronounced it Sapphilio.
Congratulations, Sepplio.
Oh boy. Alright, Sapphilio, make sure to say that correctly.
Are we done yet?
Discord. You may as well type in the general chat so I can find your name unless you're obvious. Alright.
1776 tweets.
You post whatever series you want reviewed in the Mapper window.
Hey, Scarzy, it's not my creepypasta. It's a narration I did for a company, so you are
Got sponsored.
incorrect.
Twingles Inc.
Haha, I win the Mapper winner. I'm Stephanie as well. Okay.
Twingle.
If you want to see more, you can see it at www.chillingtalesfordarknights.com.
Okay,
Something scary. Get your subscription.
It's Jenny's
Are
turn
you a
for
simple
$39.99.
Yo, Stephanie, are you a simple grin? If that's you, I'll give you the Mapper winner.
I don't understand how it's not fair, Scarzy. It's
Twinkle, twinkle, little stars. What the hell? Hell Triton.
Yeah, I think we should end this.
No. I'm waiting for Sapphire to
Okay, bye guys, we're ending it.
post on live. Okay, you're the simple grain. Okay, I'll give you the Mapper winner now. So make sure you give us this. I'll tell you. Mapper winner, and then this is how I'm organizing it.
something IRL. If you're
Yeah,
implying people here
sorry.
would know it, I mean,
Only one
I've
person.
tweeted about it before, so it's not like impossible to know what it is, Scarzy.
Alright.
I'm the #1 anime character.
No, you're not.
But Mindria says.
That's his opinion.
Excuse me.
Cosmic actually is in the Walking Dead How is this fucking called?
I'm not in the Walking Dead Telltale game.
You are in that. We've seen it.
I wish. Jeez, that would pay well.
You are that guy.
All
Who are
right.
we talking about?
I guess this is it. Thanks everyone for tuning in on this
Talking about the guy named.
podcast, and
I
thanks
wasn't
to
doing
Japanese
this, guy.
guys for joining us, who apparently had to go. And,
Hey, he had to go. Hey, everybody. Alternate Future of the USA Episode 3 coming out August 25th. Tune in. I'll give a shit. All right, love you.
what's coming on 25th?
My video.
Oh yeah,
Alternate
there's
Future
on the
USA
21st.
So-
Tomorrow. There's
No,
gonna be
20.
eclipse.
Today's the day before the solar eclipse, everyone. So be ready for tomorrow.
And the solar
Who
eclipse.
cares
I
about
got an
the
idea,
solar
guys.
flare?
I got an idea. Let's do a fad where each of us like videoed the solar eclipse and then upload it on Twitter or something like that.
No,
You know
man,
that
this is dangerous.
Yeah, we can't do that because we're
Look at it, it'll
European.
blind you without proper protection.
I know. I
No,
meant
Barry.
videoing it, not like I meant videoing it. You know.
I think viewing is also
If
dangerous.
you point your camera directly at the sun, then it's very likely it's going to end up in flames.
Kill.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, well,
it will
whatever.
melt telescope it melts telescope, so it might melt the phone camera.
Oh, okay, whatever then. I just wanted to do a little thing.
It's protected it's protected from material that is specifically for solar.
Hey, well, I just wanted to connect. So I mean, you guys don't want to, then okay.
All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you're in North America, be ready for the solar eclipse tomorrow, and make sure not to look at it. Make sure to stay safe and don't get scammed by those fake protection against solar eclipse. Okay, thanks
Yes.
for tuning in.
You gotta
And we're
wear
ending the podcast.
Must wear protection.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sunglasses work.